The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has directed the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee of the House to expedite work on the bill on the promotion of proper sexual human rights and Ghanaian Family Values Bill, also known as the Anti-LGBT Bill, to ensure its passage by next week. The bill, which is currently at its consideration stage, seeks to proscribe LGBTQ+ and related activities, proscribe propaganda of, advocacy for or promotion of LGBT and related activities, provide for the protection of and support for children and persons who are victims or accused of LGBT and related activities. There is more in this report.
During proceedings in Parliament, the Speaker, Alban Bagbin, charged the chairman of the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee to expedite work on the anti-gay bill to ensure its passage next week.
Mr. Speaker, I'm aware, but Mr. Speaker had directed us to iron out some creases. So I've discussed it with the ranking member, and very soon we'll see you in chambers before the most important bill is discussed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Most important bill, and I insist that next week we have to take it and finish it. It's been pending for a long time, and questions are being raised. You know, when you delay in doing some of these things, it creates suspicion. And we know how dear our people hold the critical nature of that bill. And so we should please move to make sure it is passed.
Prior to the commencement of the debate on the 2024 budget in Parliament on Wednesday, the minority raised concerns about the absence of a representative, particularly a minister, from the office of the Finance Ministry to partake in the exercise. The Speaker hence deferred the debate until a Deputy Finance Minister, Abnorse Asari, appeared in the House to partake in the exercise.
I'm aware that the Minister for Finance himself is abroad on a critical negotiations with creditors on his bilateral and multilateral debt treatment. But at least before we commence debate, leader of government business, don't focus too much on what I know you are campaigning for. You get there. We'll help you with prayers. Focus on Parliament and its work, and exercise oversight over the ministers on behalf of the President in this chamber. Make sure that at least before the commencement of debate on the budget, there is somebody representing the Honorable Minister for Finance.
I think this House should be taken more seriously than they are doing. And I don't think we'll do that in their absence. I insist that the ministry be represented either by the minister himself, which now is impossible because he's out of the jurisdiction, at least the minister at the Ministry of Finance or any of the deputies should be here. That is very important.
Following the presence of a Deputy Finance Minister, Abnorse Asari, in Parliament, the House continued its debate on the 2024 budget.
We know that many people are poor, and in spite of the challenges, this government has increased allocation up to 1.4 billion. Mr. Speaker, the all-important health insurance, the allocation has also increased from an initial 2.5 billion in the 2023 allocation to 6.5 billion to take care of the health needs of our people. Could you do that when you had 8 years in office? NDC, could you do this? No. Could you turn the corner? Could you even have the courage to make arrangement to do the allocation?
Mr. Speaker, I've listened to my colleagues from the other side struggling to defend this useless budget. Mr. Speaker, I'll prove to you that that budget is empty and that budget is deceptive. Mr. Speaker, I listened to the Honourable Member of Parliament for Akontombra, Honourable Alex Tete. Mr. Speaker, in his effort to defend the useless budget, he has to resort
He has to resort to lies. Having admitted that we're not doing well, what then are we being called to celebrate over? To the extent that you will christen this budget Unkunim budget.
Speaker, indeed, you cannot build a 24-hour economy talking about Okada policy. When we are talking about green economy, when the whole world, the issue that we are all thinking about is how to move, transition to a green energy. And then you are talking about Okada, and you are happy about it. Mr. Speaker, this is quite unfortunate. Some of the taxes that we abolished. Mr. Speaker, we abolished the 17.5% on financial services. We have abolished the import duty on the importation of spare parts. We've abolished the 1% special import levy. We have abolished 17.5 VAT on domestic airline tickets. We've abolished levies on Kayaye by local on Kayaye. On Kayaye. Even you levy them. But Mr. Speaker, as we speak now, we have abolished that. Mr. Speaker, truly, this is a transformational leader. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, handing over to His Excellency, the incoming president. Mr. Speaker, I can assure you that by January 2025, His Excellency, Dr. Muhammad Mawuria will remember you in his government.
The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has directed the Ministers of Defense and National Security to appear before the Defense and Interior Committee of the House to apprise lawmakers on the committee on measures being taken by the government to deal with the seeming tension between the Mo and Wangara tribes of the Kintampo North municipality.
The president of the Wangara community is the president of the Wangara community in Ghana. That is what the statement says. Not just in the Kintampo traditional area, in Ghana. And so they have a festival, which is an annual festival they celebrate, called Kulubi Festival, within the period. The paramount chief of Mo, and we know how key the Mo tribe is in Ghana, even though a lot of them are rather in Côte d'Ivoire. It's a very important tribe. The paramount chief of the Mo and the president of the Mo Traditional Council is deciding to perform some rituals. That one is not an annual festival, because that festival is the Benkadi Kurubi Festival. And there's a period for celebration, but it's just to perform some rituals. It's a belief that if that is done, some spirits could intervene to try to prevent accidents and other criminal activities within the area. So they don't have the same, to me, imports. And they can easily be handled differently. I don't see why there should be a clash. This is an urgent matter that should be handled with dispatch. I think tomorrow should be okay for the two ministers and their commanders to appear before the committee early tomorrow morning by 9 a.m. to brief the committee. It's an urgent matter.
Reporting from Parliament, my name is Ni Ayikwe Okain for Citi News.